How safe is your electric car charger from hackers?
But while things are moving at a pretty fast pace here in Iceland, the UK is still trying to increase the number of publicly available charging points to help with the switch to electric there. And that means that home charging points are a must-have for early adopters. But here's a question I bet you've never asked yourself. How secure is your charger? Weird question, I know, but Dan Simmons has been investigating how your charging point could be turned against you.
Ready to plug in. Well, the Porsche does get thirsty, and as many electric car owners will testify, having a charger at home is almost a necessity to make sure you can go places tomorrow. But all is not as it seems, because this smart charger has mysteriously switched off. Next day, our man is off to an important meeting, no doubt, and to show off his flashy new motor. But he's going nowhere, because his Taycan can't. Its battery is still flat. His car's okay, it's the wallbox charger that's been hacked and turned off. And it gets worse. Because hackers can access the firmware of this second charger, the Project EV, they can disable this permanently. Both chargers have been approved for sale in the UK by the government's Department of Transport. So how can this happen? Well, thankfully, the good guys have found the problems first. The number of so-called white hat hackers is growing fast. These are the people who test systems and products to find flaws before anyone else does. Vangelis is the hacker who found the security failures.
So on Wallbox, you could take full control of the charger. It could gain full access and remove the usual owner's access on the charger. It could stop from charging their own vehicles and provide free charging to an attacker vehicle. For the Project EV, it's way worse because you can sideload firmware, you can make it, you can brick it, you can make it be part of a botnet, and you could also make it attack other servers.
The problem in both cases is the lack of proper authentication between the mobile app on our smartphones, often used to control these chargers, and the computer servers that relay instructions to the boxes, known as APIs. Do you think it's an easy hack to do? Could anyone do it?
Well, the word anyone is quite broad, but anyone who understood APIs could easily do it, yes.
Ken Munro heads up Pen Test Partners. After a quick charge up, we went back to his place where he showed me something else particularly worrying. If you've got one of these chargers at home, then you might be surprised to find this inside. Ken and his team found a 2015 Raspberry Pi, more of an educational piece of hardware rather than something that you might want to rely on to store your details securely. Get hold of one of these, and because this is connected to your home by Wi-Fi, well then, you can get straight onto the home network. Could let you do all sorts of things. Shall we change the channel?
Hey, welcome to
It's more educational. Now, if you've got the Project EV charger, you can do it without even having access to the box. You can do it remotely.
So once you're onto someone's home network, if you haven't changed that router admin password, you can send all the traffic to the hacker. That means they can do things like set up sites that look like the real deal but steal your password, and then your real bank account, for example, is being compromised. So there's all sorts of things you can do. Anything you log into, you can potentially intercept that traffic or grab it and then reuse it. So everything you do online is potentially exposed.
And with many of us now working from home, confidential commercial information might also incentivise an attacker.
But if you're a small business and you've got one of these chargers and it's connected to your business network, you potentially created a backdoor onto your network, access to potentially all of your data, and that's going to put you in a whole world of pain.
And new sharing schemes promise to make security even more important, as owners of chargers are encouraged to let other EV users pull onto their driveways and charge up. Thousands of these 2 chargers have been sold in the UK, so both Pentest Partners and Click contacted the firms to first give them the chance to fix the problems. And we got 2 different responses. Project EV imports chargers from a company based in China called Attess. It told us,
"We had some speedy conversations with the manufacturer to improve the security of their platform. All the security issues raised have been addressed with a new server, app updates and firmware updates of the chargers that are online."
Wallbox, based in Spain, didn't reply to us, but they did tell Ken's team that they'd fixed the online problems. Time to see if the units are safe. Retesting took place this week and suggests most of the problems in both chargers have been fixed. But Ken says owners still need to take action.
Check for updates, solve the problem. The Wallbox charger uses hardware that isn't secure enough. There's really nothing you can do to make it completely secure. So unless Wallbox have found a way of fixing that, which would be beyond me, I'd suggest perhaps supergluing the box cover in so hackers can't take the top off.
And what of the approval they had to be sold in the UK by the Department of Transport and the government grants handed out to help sell them? The department didn't comment on the security issues we raised, but said,
"This autumn we will be introducing new legislation designed to protect consumers by mandating a range of cybersecurity requirements for EV charge points."
It's worth noting that all smart home chargers will still be usable if you just want to plug your car in. But when it comes to security, when using them with a phone app or home Wi-Fi, it seems some are smarter than others.
You have an interesting story online right now about hackers targeting charging stations. I mean, is that really a thing? Why are EV chargers attractive targets for hackers?
We're seeing more hackers target chargers around the world. A couple high-profile examples lately in the UK where chargers were targeted by hackers to display pornography on a few stations at the Isle of Wight. In Russia, we've seen pro-Ukraine, anti-Russia protesters target EV chargers, disabling them and displaying anti-Putin messages and that sort of thing. Those are a couple high-profile examples lately of hackers, breaking into EV chargers. And moving forward, I was talking with Upstream Security, an Israeli automotive cybersecurity outfit, and they expect EV chargers to be a massive target moving forward for hackers, considering they're connected to the vehicle, they're connected to the electrical grid, EV fleets. They're connected to all sorts of things, which in the end makes it them potential targets, just considering there are so many potential routes for hackers to choose to try to make some money, which is the end goal for most
right,
attacks.
because some of those early high-profile cases you mentioned seem more, political or just a stunt to show it can be done. But of course, the point is, ultimately, someone's going to do it and hold something hostage, whether it's the charger or the car or the grid. What kinds of targets are the most likely? Where are they likely to be aiming their nefarious deeds?
EV fleets seem to be a prime target, just considering there are so many important fleets out there. I mean, considering, if you're a delivery company and it's Christmas time, you have so many deliveries you need to ship out everywhere. If all of a sudden you have your electric fleet, you can't charge it because of a cyber attack and ransomware, all of a sudden you might be put in a bad position. That might be an attractive target for hackers versus an individual. An individual who might be charging their EV at home, if they can't have access to their home charger, that might be inconvenient, but they might have a second gas-powered car, or they can just, go to the parking lot nearby that has a charger station. So fleets seem to be a major target, because that's where the money is. And again, it could be a national security threat as well, considering all these chargers are connected, of course, to the electrical grid. You have, again, political actors might view that as a potential entryway into attacking the grid itself versus preventing charging and that sort of thing. So those seem to be the major avenues that hackers might explore moving forward. The larger,
like you
the
said,
target.
If it's a business, especially one that's particularly vulnerable, that could certainly be a more attractive target. There's only so much money you can squeeze out of an individual, unless it's Elon Musk, right? And
Right.
and so, but if you could mess with an entire company, especially at a pivotal point in time, that could be something where hackers could really extract a lot of damage.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's going on more broadly with cybersecurity? I mean, we see it in a number of ways around the auto industry, around e-commerce, commerce, as we call it in America. What else is going on?
We're seeing remote hacks being more and more prominent. Back in the day, hackers might have attacked a vehicle by just plugging into the USB port or something like that. Whereas Upstream, citing a report that they had recently published, they found that the vast majority, more than 80% of attacks nowadays, are done remotely, and that number is only going to grow. If you don't actually have to be physically where you need to be to hack into something, obviously that just makes it easier for the hacker if they're able to do that. We're also seeing a rise in black hat actors, meaning those that are hackers that are looking to make some money, nefarious actors versus white hat attacks, which are those done by cybersecurity firms, by companies themselves to try to find some vulnerabilities in their systems. Recently, the number of black hat actors has surpassed white hat, according to Upstream Security. So that's something that just sort of, again, indicates just how much of an issue this is going to be for automakers and for EV charger makers and everyone else involved in this supply chain moving forward, just because the number of bad actors in this space only seems to be growing.